Yeah. You are now tapped in with Time Flies. Don't touch that dial, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. It's the part where the game shift. I was raised on the same strip. Down Broad Street, you know that I can't switch. Lock in, cause it's game 6. It's time flies. I know what the game is. Fish.
Welcome back to Tapped In with Time Flies.
Yep.
This is why I needed my boy. This is why I needed my boy back this week. Shout out to everybody that's back in the studio this week. Back full production. Kay is back. John is here. Everybody's here.
The whole gang.
I feel at home with everybody being here. I have no complaints. Bang! It was you. You missed last week, my brother.
Yeah, man, I had to call out family emergency. Sick day.
Took a sick
You
day.
know what I'm saying? It won't happen again, y'all.
How you feel? Aya did Aya she subbed in a little bit.
Yeah, no. I love the episode though. She the bid. I ain't gonna lie, she funny as hell.
She was tripping. Her and MJ just kind of had me I felt like I was third wheeling.
Yeah,
the
you
whole
definitely
time.
was third wheeling. They took over the whole shebang.
Yo, man, we love women up here. Never had. We know misogynist. Never that going on up here. So
Yeah, MJ gonna be MJ for sure.
Right. She ain't here today though, so she can,
Yeah, she out. You know, she a woman of many hats.
Yeah, shout out to MJ. She hosting tonight. By the time y'all seen this, the host it already done happened. So hopefully it was a great time, great event. No complaints, but definitely shout out to Aya and MJ. Now it's just the men pie. Now we just here as men, just pie.
Yeah, no, for sure. But before we get into anything though, today they announced the sad news of producer Tay Keith, man.
Facts.
Passed away, 29 years old. Very successful. Definitely had a great career. It's unfortunate. You feel me? Prayers out to his family, people that support him, his fans. It's crazy to hear, man.
I definitely I express the same. Definitely rest in peace, Tay Keith. Condolences to his family, friends, anybody close. Literally, this is news like this. Tragically, on my way to the studio, I get wind of it. It's like you automatically thinking like, how he was 29 years old. It's like
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's young.
One of the most prominent producers of this generation, at least the past decade, responsible for so many of our favorite records, hits. You can't say anything bad or demeaning about this young man. So I definitely want to take time to just express condolences to his family. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I feel like we go through this in our culture more than any other culture. I mean, if I had to guess that we losing so many of our young stars and just prominent people that we hold such a higher regard to whether it be the violence, just untimely passing, just everything in our culture. Yeah, we kind of, to me at least, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I read it, because I seen it first online, and I just was like, I don't want this to sound a certain way, but like used to, like, you know what I'm saying, to where as though, I don't want to say it didn't come to no surprise, but like I'm just used to like
death.
Right. You know
Just
what I'm
numb
saying?
to death.
Like
yeah.
we just numb to just like, damn. Like I felt for him, but it's just like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like another
see so
one.
much death is just like it ain't like the same reaction you would think like a person would have or him would have. Like, damn, like,
Right.
because it's just like, I mean, that's just in general though. I mean, once you've seen so much shit in life, and once you get to a certain age in general, like, imagine how like your grandparents or your mom feel. They 50, 60 years old. Imagine how many people they seen die in their life.
Right.
So I just think in general it just started to take a toll on you though.
Yeah, I feel like we become desensitized to it a little bit, where it's just like normal. Like, I mean, granted, you can't pull a name out of a hat. You would have never got me to say him, but it's just still just like where I come from, this shit like normal. You know what I'm saying? Like where we come from, this shit just like normal.
Do you think you so like talking to that? Do you think like you live your life to the fullest every day you come outside? Like every day you wake up, do you feel like you give
I don't, but in certain moments in life, I definitely feel like like I need to do that. I need to start doing that more because something just hit me randomly, and I was just be like, this shit not promise, bro. Like I need to do. It takes things like this sometimes to kind of.
But not even necessarily doing, just like, and like really like taking in life. Like when you wake up, like how many days do you wake up in the morning? You like, damn, it's some fresh air. The food I'm eating is good. This is a nice walk. You walking down the street or you driving down the street. You checking out the scenery. You greeting all the people that you passing by and interacting with.
Anytime I've ever done that, so I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've began to do that more with the birth of my daughter.
Yeah.
Going through everything I went through with my daughter. That now that whenever I'm with her, whenever I get to see her, whenever I'm with her, and I just get to look at her eyes and we stare with each other, that I'm being reminded of how precious life is and to like not take it for granted and to appreciate every single second more. Because you get to a point where you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? When you go through things and life is happening, that you just take it as like it's life. You know what I'm saying? But with my daughter, I've been more appreciative of everything, especially with that situation because one day I'll get into the circumstance and how everything surrounding my daughter went about. But I'm just more appreciative now when I get to look at her, when I come home, when I wake up, like in general. But before that, anytime, let's say I'm in Miami, I'm on a yacht, sun setting, I'm on the water. I'm saying I'm appreciating just getting.
You talk to your neighbors? Like, do you know your neighbors, like, where you live?
I sort of kind of, they all white people, but it'd be like.
But still, though, like
I say hi, I make
people,
sure.
But, like, then that's what I be talking about. Like, these are people you live with. Like, I don't be understanding, like, how people be, like, living places and, like, not knowing their neighbors. I want to know who live next door or across the hall. Like, you don't got to be all up in their business, but I feel like you should be familiar with your neighbors. Like, when I grew up, I knew all my neighbors. I knew their kids.
I did, too. But now that I'm growing up down South Philly, I knew everybody on the block. The next block away. So it was like never an issue with nobody. But now where I'm at now, it's like.
So think of how young your kids is now, and think like if you go 10 more years like that, then when they get teenagers, they gonna be like, I ain't growing my parents speaking to their neighbors. Now they ain't gonna speak to their neighbors.
Yeah, but you gotta instill that in them young though, so that they know like, yo, you want to at least have some sort of like courtesy and just being respectful to just greet.
But like simple interactions. I'm different. I talk to everybody I go by. Like we could be in the elevator. I'm gonna take advantage of the 60 seconds. We gonna talk about something. Mm-hmm. Like that's just how I am. I want to know. Like
I'm that way too to an extent, but I don't know. We just was taught differently on the way up, but. Me in general, I was always a very intuitive person. I just was a quiet person naturally too, but I'm intuitive as hell. So I'm paying attention. I'm observing everybody. I do want to speak to you, but I'm also like kind of just like where we come from is we taught not to like, you know what I'm saying? Step out there and be the first person to say something. Just watch and observe.
See, unfortunately, my shit come from a bad habit though. Cause it's like when you come from selling drugs, I want to know what kind of drugs you do. Okay. So if we in the supermarket, we in the gas station, I'm trying to see like what you got going on.
Right.
So I'm gonna talk to you, and then if you just social cues as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So it's like you be surprised where you will meet certain people, and then after a while that shit just start translating to other shit when you in restaurants, when you in sporting events and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, like I said, we just used to certain, we grew up certain ways where we just taught to just stay to yourself, be very observant. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, but I always say, this pod gonna start a different way, cause then we just got two guys here who didn't kind of, you know what I'm saying, come from kind of the same circumstances. But I always say for me, I was talking about like just being desensitized to just death. I think I've ever spoken about this publicly, but like it's damn near to a point where nothing surprises me anymore. Like I'm not shocked. I'm not nothing like that because I've witnessed it up close. Like I've seen somebody get murdered in front of me. Like put the stop the blood bleeding, all that. I've done all of that in my life. To where as though. When I got so far, when I made it to a certain point where I felt like I was so far removed from just where I grew up in South Philly and how the traumas and everything I went through, where I was now in California somewhere, I'm in the hills, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, where I'm at, when I'm placed in these situations, I'm still here. in South Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like my brain is still like I'm watching you at the door, seeing how many exits it is. You know what I'm saying?
for
Like it's just
sure.
like
Yeah, that type of stuff don't never leave you. That type of stuff don't never
you
leave
know what I'm
you.
saying? But it's like, but then people like, yo, you good? Like nigga, everybody up here rich. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about that. But I'm just like, this is just where I'm from. That's how I was raised, how I was taught. So it's just like it never leaves me. But yeah, I just feel like yeah, I just feel like that never leaves you. But it's sad to say that we gotta go through that. But that's just reality of just coming where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna be beefing all day today.
I know, bro. This is really the guest for
We
the
gonna be
day.
beefing all day today. But I want to before we jump right back into that because that was I want to stay there. But I gotta ask you, bro, how you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Let's just get into your weekend.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you
well,
had a
my-
personal convo. We ain't gotta talk about that on the pod,
Yeah.
but just how your spirits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, everything been good though. I went to Tierra Whack listening party last
Shout
night.
out to Wack.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Whack. It was, bro, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I said she better get her flowers this time. Cause like she rapping niggas, she rapping circles around people.
Okay.
Like she on some street hip hop full rap project. She got some dope videos. The setup was good. She had a listening party at the African American Museum, and that shit was dope. The merch was dope. Project was fire. I can't wait for y'all to hear it come out. By the time the pod be out,
Yeah, they'll hear it. It'll be out Wax Museum.
go
Juneteenth.
tune in. Yep, Juneteenth. And I just like the way the space is of the city is too. It was a lot of people there. I ran into a lot of people, like a lot of content creators, a lot of producers, a lot of artists, a lot of managers. I feel like the city getting back into a good groove of like seeing that like collaboration is key.
Right.
Like it don't matter how dope you are if nobody don't know about it. You gotta collab with other dope people
Agreed.
to do dope shit and bring it to fruition.
Agreed. I wanna double down on the Tierra Whack thing because I want to say something about when I first, prior to me even joining a network for the podcast I used to do. Whack was such a heavy supporter of Tapped In the first go around.
Yeah.
That, excuse me, that's how we met. Was her just coming out of nowhere and just commenting on my releases. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh damn, she watched my shit, like she fucking my stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how me and her built a relationship. And she will always send me words of encouragement. Always like then we became friends where she invite me out, we go and hang out, whether it be playing basketball or I go to whatever the case may be. We always did that. Wack is one of the most selfless people, and she will bring people together.
Yeah.
It'll be doing something, and you'll meet somebody that's also doing something. So I feel like Wack,
Positive patty mayonnaise.
bro, I feel like you have to support Wack, especially if you're from the city. If you're doing something, Wack will let you know. She'll support it. She'll let you know. That was one of the first notifiers for me that I was like, I'm on the right path of doing something because
Yeah.
for a time, you was one of the early people on Tapped In with Time Flies too, back then too, that I was just trying to get my foot in and just talk to people and have conversations with people. And whether I don't really pay attention to views, I pay attention to the content and if we talking about something substantial. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying attention to who's watching because that'll come with time. Consistency builds more, you know what I'm saying? That'll come with time. But I was more so like, let me put what we doing is a great conversation. Am I doing my job right? And that was one of the first things that I was like, okay, cool. She letting me know that because she's watching. She's telling me, yo, you said this. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, cool. I know I'm doing a good job. I got to build on that. But Wack, as much respect she get, and as much as I feel like she does get her flowers, but I feel like not enough from the general public. It's only from the ones that know. You know what I'm saying? If you've
This
been
for
around,
the
if you
hip hop
close.
purists. If you say you love rap and you don't love this shit, I don't believe nothing you say about music no more. Cause the shit I heard last night is some shit that's undeniable.
And I can imagine. And I wasn't there last night. Unfortunately, I missed the listening party. I'm pretty sure it was. I would have loved to have been there, but I got a little person that rules my life right now. But I'm certain I don't even need to hear anything to know that. I mean, I heard the single she put out, but I don't need to hear nothing else to know that Wack is at her best. When Wack is at her best, when Wack is rapping, she's at her best every time.
For sure.
So I don't need to hear that. So definitely make sure y'all go get Wax Museum out now. By the time y'all hear this, it's just a good time to be in the city. It's just a good time to be in the city. But I definitely want to stay on being in the city. Me and you speak, right? And we talk about just a bunch of things, and we talk about the state of the culture. We talk about the state of Philadelphia more importantly because it always starts here with us because we're here. I had a comment a couple weeks ago when we talked about the nature of gatekeeping, right?
Yeah.
And I wanna clarify some things I said on gatekeeping, right? Because I came across a clip from a podcast, Cooking Up, I believe. I'm gonna give him credit because I fuck with him. He cool people. He fuck with me, I fuck with him. I came across a clip on his podcast where somebody spoke about the nature of gatekeeping after I spoke about the nature of gatekeeping on this show a couple weeks ago, and where the guy said he feel like gatekeeping is cool, like you need that to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Here to say I completely disagree with that. Completely disagree. And that's the problem with where we are because you get some guys that get in position and feel like you gotta hold the position because everybody shouldn't be allowed in, right? And that may come off or sound good to the naked eye, but I don't agree because then it creates gatekeeping.
So
Because
you don't believe in regulation?
regulation, yes. Gatekeeping, I feel like not one and the same.
That's just
Though.
a better term. That's just a more PC term for it, though.
But regulating, but who was to say once I become, I set out to become a podcaster, and then let's just say I get promoted and prompted to be the #1 podcaster. Now I get to regulate who comes in. That's not my job.
No. I don't agree with that, but I do agree with the one part that he said where he said, I feel like the hand should change after a certain time because
The keys for his ear.
yeah,
By
because
how long?
at certain points it's like if you become successful in anything, you're gonna want to groom your successor. So
Yes, but do people do that though?
that's where the waters get muddy
Here we go.
because they don't want to groom their successors, and then they get to a point where now you're not relinquishing the power and you're not pushing it forward. That's why I said I agree somewhat with what he said because it's like, yeah, I'm not mad at some niggas saying, yo, let's regulate on who gonna be able to do what and come up where to a certain degree because qualifications matter, expertise matter, and insight matters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you said, you can't just let anybody in because they want to do it.
Correct.
But at the same time, like you said, it got to be some sort of regulation where it's like, yo, when you get in, you reign for this amount of time, and you groom your successor to take the torch and push it forward.
Correct.
You shouldn't be sitting in those seat 30, 40 years because entertainment in general, it's a youthful sport. Can you be an elder in it and still contribute? Yeah. But when you talking about entertainment, you always need them young people that's grassroots because that's where all the ideas come from.
Right.
Now, where the experience come in at is business,
Right.
how to foresee it and take an idea that you see on a 10x scale and take it on a 100x scale because they've been there and done that before. So that's where you need those older people and their expertise. But as far as influence and keeping your pulse on the needle, you need that youth. Now, it's always going to be one-offs where it's older people that just got that sauce.
But my issue is how much is too much because a lot of people are get stuck in that position and feeling like they just used to being here and they love what comes with being there that they can never relinquish that. There's never nobody next up. It gotta always go through me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't fuck with that.
We human though. I just happy that I'm not like them. But it's just like Miss said, if I lead the game, is the fans still gonna love me? It's like
If we've done enough, yeah.
Yeah, but we think like that. But you gotta think it's like a drug, bro. It's gonna in fame or notoriety or adulation in any form is eventually gonna play on your ego, depending on how long you've been getting it. So it's like, no, who really gonna like? You see certain players in the NBA that be great, and you see them lead the NBA and move on and live a whole nother life, and then you got certain players that retire and they hover around the game. Mm-hmm. They always, you feel me? So it's like it's all about your approach to it. Like I just feel like, I always say, I hope that it's like some sort of bug or infection that people get when they get a certain level of power that I just always pray that I don't get infected with.
And so obviously, me and you see how I get where you coming from. You get where I'm coming from. Me and you had these conversations, but I feel like for the general public, I always had an issue. I always speak to my issue with the gatekeepers and people being in position of power power. Again, I'm gonna air quote everything because it don't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it don't exist. Like, yeah, I understand it, but it don't exist because you're not doing nothing but getting there and feeling like now you get the you said regulating coming up, who comes in, who gets to say what, when to say what.
Facts.
I never respected that because I'm always looking at I was always that person somewhere in the cut, trying to get my voice heard, trying to get heard, trying to get seen, trying to
This
get.
a nigga on some nut shit.
And they was like, bro, we not trying to hear you right now. You know what I'm saying? Even though I knew I had all the answers, I knew I was right. I knew what I was doing was the right way to go. But somebody was like, but we ain't trying to hear that. It took for somebody to come and say, let me hear what you got to say. And then when they heard what I got to say, now the doors is open for me. Now I could come in. But now it's like, so I always feel like it's more times out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more times out there.
But you see what I said in the comment section too, because gatekeeping is really just a PC term for a hating ass motherfucker that just happens to be in a higher position than you, and they sprinkling negative energy on your emotion.
Yeah.
So it's like, I ain't expecting a hater to do me no favors. So it's like, if you see a hater that's in a winning position, you gotta figure out a way to get around that. It's
Right.
like when 50 said, I could have signed, he said, 28 looked at me crazy. I could have signed $1 million deal with Universal, but I knew that Irv Gotti and them was over there. They would have had influence.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you know it's a hater over there in the way of where you trying to get to, you got to just figure out a way around them niggas, because once you get the ball, then it's like it's nothing you could do. Now it's roughhouse.
Right.
Now it's every man for themselves when it's even playing field. And then that's when you really get to showcase that you really know more. The niggas and got more sauce.
Yeah, I just don't like when we get to that point where people can feel like they can start speaking to that. It's like I kind of already look at you side eye because it's like I see what type of nigga you. I see I know your character a little bit, like, but it's like we not here to do that because it can't progress. Like, I don't always want to be the one that can say what happens when go win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I never want to be that guy. I never wanted to be that guy because I had people in front of me be that guy to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my view is scared a little bit because I don't want to do to me what people. I don't want to do to them what people did to me.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
So I'm always on the side of the creators, the new ones that's coming up, the new voices. I'm always out back in the streets because I want to know what's going on, who's saying what, or who got something to say. You know what I'm saying? But people get so fixated on, like you said, being that. You taste that one time, you ain't never gonna want to let that go.
Yeah, and you could it all comes back or circle back to confidence, bro. It's like it kind of hurts you when you overconfident. You give a lot of shit away for free because you feel like it ain't about shit, information, shit that you know, because you feel like you so confident in it. You like, I could shit ain't about now. I get them a little this, little that over there, a little this over there, but then after a while it comes back to bite your ass when people don't do right by you, and then they see the value in something that you felt like wasn't about nothing. So it's like you just gotta just know that if you doing something for the genuineness in it, do it for that. And if you reap the benefits from it, you reap the benefits from it. But we know it's just some fuck people out here that's gonna try to rain on your parade. You gotta just keep stepping every time.
I'm gonna be the first one to say I'm always against you niggas. I'm always against everybody. Anybody that's trying to stand in the way of whatever's going on, or the new people trying to come in. That's one of the reasons why I just seen my homie. Shout out to my dog Savon. Savon just dropped his podcast. He back outside with Blank Slate. So support. A lot of respect and love for my dog Savon, who was a producer of the Joe Biden podcast. And now he back outside with his new show called Blank Slate. He just talked about Elliot Wilson owing him $20,000.
Oh, I did see that.
Elliot Wilson was one of the people who, for me, I met Elliot a couple years ago and did some stuff for me. Gave me some passes to his. He used to have an interview series called Crown where he would interview people.
Then you went to a Crown interview?
I went to a couple Crown interviews. I went to him and Meek, and I went to him and DJ Khaled at the Apollo. Damn. Elliot Wilson DM'd me and gave me some passes to go.
That's hard.
But when Ty started to turn, where Elliot started to feel like he couldn't get those same interviews, he couldn't get those same motions because streamers was taking over. So everybody was going to sit down with the Casanats and the Aiden Rosses and all that because he couldn't get that same look. They started shitting on the streamers. And I couldn't be in support of that because it's always going to change. It's always going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always going to be a new tide that come in. So I couldn't get, I wasn't in support of him doing that in spite of him not being able to get those same looks because you had your chance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you did what you did. You a legend. We respect you.
For sure.
regardless of how I feel now, so the respect level is always gonna be there. But you started shitting on them because you couldn't get those same looks, and now you shitting on these guys. I can't respect that. And when I spoke to that, he blocked me. So it was
Yeah,
like
for real?
he blocked me. So I was like,
On Twitter?
yeah, of course, another person added to the list. But it's like,
You a terrorist.
but it's like, bro, like you can't be upset. You know what I'm saying? You gotta adapt or change with the times or just gracefully bow out. You know what I'm saying? That's really all it
That was
is.
crazy. He did shit on him though, but that was wild. He blocked you.
He blocked me. And shout out to my dog who booked back there. We had a conversation about that.
So you think you're gonna get to the point where you gonna start? You be blocking people?
No. I'm not a nut ass nigga. I want to hear everything you gotta say and when you gotta say it. Well, I'm not ducking no smoke from nobody. Let me hear what you gotta say. I'm blocking you for what? 'Cause I'm telling you, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I looked up to you. Like I got a lot of respect for you, but I would never see you doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't hating on the next person.
You disrespectful? You just
Nothing,
disagree
bro.
with his
I'm
point?
such a highly respectful person, especially somebody like I said. You have a prominent series. You are a prominent person in journalism and media. Everybody knows who Elliot Wilson is. I have nothing bad to say about you. I just don't agree with what you're doing right now to these people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in turn, you block me. It's like, damn, bro. I just was kicking it with you at Crown. We was at the Apollo together.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just can't.
Damn, Elliot, unblock my dog, man.
He got his cool. That page
Cut it
got
out,
that page
OG.
got that page. He lost that page. That's karma.
Oh shit.
I'm one of the God's favors always, nigga. I'll be talking about. Anytime anybody got anytime anybody anything bad to say about me, it never lasts. That's why I choose to move with grace. I take the high road, and I'll sleep on the high road every time because guess what? It's gonna come back, and we ain't gonna try. I ain't gonna say nothing. And when you hear this, I'm talking about all y'all that feel away about whatever I got to say. I'm tired of playing nice up here too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired of getting phone calls.
I'm tired of getting phone calls.
I'm tired of playing nice.
What they call it, yes.
At some point, I'm gonna start saying what we be talking about and who calling and who saying what. We can do that.
No, that just let you know we on the way
But
up.
this week we nice. We got purple cups.
We on the way up. New York won the championship. They didn't turn New York upside down.
New York is a zoo right now. First of all, shout out to the Knicks. I have no ill will. I know Philly, New York, that whole back and forth. I don't dislike nobody on the Knicks, so I can't hate nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like Villanova, I don't hate nobody on the Knicks, so I'm not mad at the Knicks winning the championship. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. It's a lot of uncomfortable conversations about where you place him at right now amongst some of the great players.
Man, he the king of New York. He's never gonna pay for a mill in New York again.
He ain't gonna play for no mill, play for no vagina. He ain't gonna pay
Yes.
for nothing.
Nothing. He's never,
Yeah.
bro. As long as I don't even think he's probably gonna pay rent ever again if he live in New York. He probably don't live in the
shouldn't.
city.
53 years
He probably got a mansion in Jersey. But if he wanted like a
from
little,
Jersey, so
if
it's,
he want a quick little penthouse or something, best believe it's free of charge.
you good.
He's not paying nothing. He's never spending another red cent in the city of New
He
York
shouldn't.
ever again.
Cause this gonna be the last time the Knicks do it in a while.
I don't care if he want a
Allen
hot
ain't gonna let that
dog.
rock.
And the dirtiest side car in New York, bro. They'd never make him spend $1 again, bro.
You know, he's solid. He definitely solid. But I it's almost like I wasn't rooting for either team to win. But obviously, I'm also like I don't want the Knicks to win because it's like, damn, I gotta hear from my New York friends that the Knicks won the chip. But it's also like I don't hate that Knicks team. You know what I'm saying?
No, I wanted the Knicks to win because I wanted to go to a parade, but we working today, so I couldn't make it.
My dog.
And that shit was the day.
See,
But that shit was turned, though.
that shit was turned. I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't imagine myself being in New York right now. Though. It's a zoo.
I could.
The World Cup going on and is the parade. The East Coast right now just
I ain't gonna lie, the World Cup cracking right now in Philly, but it ain't not like, bro, I'm talking about them videos is like some shit you see on
I
like
seen a girl twerking on a
CGI or something.
I seen a girl twerking on a
Like,
pole.
you know,
right
New
now.
York people are ignorant. They ain't ignorant. They ignorant. And they is going berserk. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Shout out to the Knicks though. Shout out to New York. I got a lot of people in love for New York. My second favorite city outside of my own city, of course. Like a couple towns, but you know my city wifey.
oh, damn, we had an argument about this. Do you think Spike Lee gonna get a ring?
Fuck no. Nigga,
Why do people think he not gonna get a ring, bro?
Nigga, keep your seats up front. Nigga, what you get a
Bro,
ring
he's
for?
getting a ring, bro. They're giving.
Do he
that man-
deserve one?
Yes.
Yes.
He
Yes.
getting
But
one,
the question
bro.
was, is he getting one? I
He
think
getting
no.
one, bro. Him and the owner, you gotta think, bro. Spike been there through everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, damn near probably the whole 53 years.
I agree.
That him and the owner probably done had many shots of cognac and cigars in the back saying we gotta get it together. I know he get in the ring, bro. They giving that.
I know he ain't believing Jalen Brunson being a start though. I know nobody.
I don't feel like a lot of people did, but Jalen Brunson did. He took $100 million pay cut. He had to believe. I ain't gonna lie. He said, "Yo, y'all get me the players I need to get, and I'm gonna show y'all did what's right," and he did. Like,
oh, real quick disclaimer, ladies. Skip the next 5 minutes. This is sports. If y'all didn't know already, this is sports. You can skip the next 5 minutes. We'll be talking about some ignorant shit in the next 5 minutes.
No, he did that, bro. 5 years of championship for $100 mil. They probably gonna make $900 mil in the next 6 months.
They solid. Like I said, I'm not mad at. I understand. Do he deserve it? Yeah. Do I think they'll do it?
Spike
kind of convincing me a little bit.
Spike is getting the ring.
But it's like you give one to Spike, you got to give one to Ben Stiller. You got to give one to.
No, none of them is Spike, bro.
To us.
Spike been there the longest.
They gonna say Fat Joe been there the longest.
Spike, bro. Everybody know if the Knicks is 0-82, Spike is there every game, bro. Spike gotta get a ring, bro. He's an honorary Knick. He put the Knicks in all his movies. Like, come on, man. Don't do Unc like that.
I agree. Who do you feel like goes into next season as the favorite?
I ain't gonna lie. I honestly think that the Spurs probably gonna be the favorite.
Think they gonna win it again?
I think they can get back there. But I ain't gonna lie, this offseason about to be tricky though. It's about to be a lot of wild trades. There's a lot of free agents. This one of them wild years in the NBA.
I agree. I think Giannis is going to either San Antonio
That's
or
what I'm
OKC.
saying. And you know, this year they was saying they was trying to get Giannis for Cat. So it's like now that they want a chip, is they still rocking with Cat or they saying thank you for your service?
No, they keeping that team. They keeping the team intact. You can't trade the team that just won a chip. We got to keep everybody together.
For Giannis though, bro, be for real.
Yes, you can, because it's gonna cost more than Cat. It's gonna cost a couple more assets that you.
No, it's gonna cost the same pay.
You think Cat for Giannis straight up for a swap?
Yeah, that's what they going for.
Nah, much love to Cat. You got a ring, but Giannis is Giannis.
That's what I'm saying.
Giannis did it without Jalen Brunson in company.
I think De'Aaron Fox is out of San Antonio.
Oh, he is a terrorist. He's gone. I'm not gonna lie. Nothing frustrated me more than having to watch him play basketball.
He get $50 million next season.
Bro, he was terrible, and it taught me a lot. I learned a lot about losing organizations and players that just once you get the money, you don't really care about championships. Now, I'm up 60 M's in a year, bro. I'm cool.
See, I don't believe that though.
He was playing like he was cool.
No, he was injured though. He was playing through injury, so I can't say
play
like
then.
He don't want it. And that's what some people was arguing, like, because remember Trae Young was like they was 2 games away from the finals.
He was out, yeah.
When they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, he was like, my agent and everybody was like, don't play, don't make it worse, and he didn't play. And he was like, I was thinking like, damn, what if I would have just taped it up extra, you know what I'm saying, went out there and played. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
I just ain't see it with Fox. Like he got to prove to me next year that the injury was really because watch just the decisions alone was like that ain't injury shit. That ain't
Castle legit. Dylan Harper.
Oh, Dylan Harper is the second best player on that team.
To me, I think he the best.
Wemby the best.
You gotta understand, Wemby is by
Wemby
default.
only getting better. Wemby only 21.
He's by default because he can do more with his body that he got. Like, he can block the rim. He can shoot the 3. He could run that shit coast to coast. Like, and he
all
can
this
protect
at 19.
the rim. But Dylan Harper, bro, he is one of them. Like, he is a killer. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I like young boy. He really
like Dylan Harper too. He impressed me a lot over the playoffs. But I just feel like the Spurs will be back though. That's not even.
I think they will.
It's not even a doubt in my mind. They'll be back.
You think New York will be back?
Probably so. The East is such not a serious conference that anybody
Boston
can pop
was hurt though.
I mean, unless they will see what they do with Jalen Brown.
Sixers was hurt and B wasn't 100%.
I'm never worried about the Sixers.
Trust in the process.
I'm never worried about the Sixers, bro.
Yeah, South Philly nigga not having no faith in the Sixers.
I never was a Sixers fan growing up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What? As a South Philly person?
I loved AI.
That's
My
like
first ever basketball game was the Sixers versus Bobcats, and AI had 40. My first ever basketball game as a kid. AI was cool. I never liked the Sixers though.
Are you an Eagles fan?
Yes.
You a Phillies fan?
Yes. Diehard Phillies fan.
Alright.
But the
I was
Sixers
about
to
to
me
say, I
was
thought
never.
I
I
had.
grew up a Dwayne Wade fan. I grew up
You
watching
would have
Wade.
said, nah, this might have would have been my last episode. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You my dog, bro. We
Like,
can't
I
do
thought
that.
I was in enemy territory.
No. Root for the Eagles. Root for the Phillies.
Alright,
Sixers
alright.
was a little always skeptical to me.
Alright, cool.
All right, ladies, y'all can tune back in. I want to actually kind of give me a couple more minutes. I want to talk to you about Philadelphia, right? Where we at right now? Because MJ not here, so let's just get all the way into men shit. All right. Musically, right? I want to talk about where we are musically. Maybe touch on drill music a little bit, but I want to talk to you about as an artist as well. Do we speak on vouching and vowing for the kids that was making that type of music, that this is where everything was shifting to, and at the same time you had drill happening at the same time, so they kind of was like back and forth. But the Shake That scene was, at least to me, seemed more profitable and was kind of more of the route you wanted to go on, whereas though the drill scene, whereas though maybe some popularity came of it, but I feel like more people from the Shake That scene came from the drill more than the drill scene.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like we at right now in 2026 musically?
As a city, I mean, it's just like you got to get back to like grassroots. Like if it's not like you can't live on the internet, you got to touch people. So it's like if you can get 10 people to come watch you perform, get 10 people to come watch you perform. If you can get 50 people, that 10 people eventually gonna get to 25 people, 50 people, 100 people.
We agree.
But like just getting back outside and just like touching the people. It's this one kid. Well, he not a kid, but the Joshua Mitchell guy that's always in Red House Square.
I'm not
He
familiar.
made the news. They say he might be on Abbott Elementary. Like, bro, I watch because I'm down there all the time. Like, I watch him like hustle, like build an audience to where as though it's like I forget what day of the week he's out there. Like, but like now people actually show up with their families, with their kids, their husbands, their wives, and get a real live performance. And it's like greatness. People always look at greatness when it's already like in front of the world. But like you said, like an interview with you, I didn't do the interview thinking like, oh, this is gonna be the greatest interview that day. I knew it was gonna be the greatest conversation we was gonna have at that moment. But niggas might not see that conversation and consider it great for 50 years. All the speeches that people idolize, all the scriptures, all the great people that might have said some great shit. At the moment, people didn't think it was as great as they did as time went on. So it's like that's just basically how I'll be looking at it.
So I agree, and I get what you're saying. I feel like we go out, like this is the first time for me where I'm paying attention to like the field, and I'm like, what, like who is like one person you could pick out and is like, oh yeah, he popping, he about to. For me, it's been the same couple people in rotation for the last couple years, but Skrilla for me is already here. Skrilla's already been there. You know what I'm saying?
He's the last one. You gotta think it's thresholds to this shit. So it's like you get popping, then you get popping on the net, then you get popping and you known for like being a standout from where you from, and then you get in the industry and then you push through the industry. So now he got to the industry and now he pushing through. You see the collabs that he getting.
Yeah, for sure.
You seeing the positioning that he getting. You seeing the tours, the looks, the references. He becoming a household name just off references alone. Like 6'7", the way he dressed, the shit that he into. I'm not really familiar with that shit, but you feel me? People out here, people out here like that's like a running theme. Like so, like he adding layers to his career. It's not just music. So it's like you don't just me and you might care about the music. Somebody else might care about that religious stuff that he into. Somebody else might care about the way he talk and the way he dress. Other people talk about the drugs he do. Other people talk about who he be hanging out with as far as like, yo, because being a new artist and other artists that's already acknowledged or big, who they hang out with matters too. So it's like, if you a new artist and people see you hanging out with Lil Uzi, they like, oh shit. Then you go from Lil Uzi, now you with A$AP Rocky, or now you with Meek, or now you with J. Cole. It's like, who you align yourself with on your way up, or who's aligning themselves with you, stamps you as like the new cool.
Yeah.
So like, he's the one standout to me that's like taking it to the level of industry standard. I haven't seen nobody else that's like
because
was new.
there's no other candidates. And I'm not counting like the two rares because these are people that are already like you signed a record deal, you already out. You know what I'm saying? You made it.
Yeah, for sure. Once
So
you sign a
you
deal,
don't
you
count.
made it. Yeah,
You don't count.
you made you made your chance.
There you go. You made the most of. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So those I'm not counting as like because those are the ones I'm still seeing. The Lay Banks, the Philly Goats. You know what I'm saying? The two rares, the Skrillers. But for me, it's like okay, who's that next? Because a lot of people was like. Why I spoke about the drill scene because now that I feel like we're at the tail end of how drill went throughout the city, whether it's been a 6-5 year run, however you want to do it for real, and as far as prominence, I feel like did it do more good? Did anybody really can say that they benefited from that drill scene?
YouTube, that's it. YouTube made millions off niggas dying. A few of them niggas made a little twos and fews, but it wasn't nothing to really, you know what I'm saying? But Philly like business structure is like it's no we come from a city that's not really trustworthy, so it's like cash first, ass later. A lot of people not trying to sit down and do business and know what it takes to really get this shit off the map. That's why the people who are bubbling are people that have teams. Tierra Whack, Core, Lights, who else? Skrilla. Like it's you see the people that got teams. That's like when you see the team and how many people in the team and what they do and what they bring to the team. It's like oh now you see what it takes. You not just like everybody not just gonna bubble off the internet.
I agree, and I want them to. I might gotta talk with some conviction here because I want y'all to understand that what we saying is a lot of y'all are still wasting your time. And whether being real, bro, we gotta start speaking from the here now because a lot of y'all are still wasting your time feeling like this is the way to go, and y'all are 5 years too late because this is not the way to go. And if you take a second and step back and really understand what you're doing it for, whether it be are you doing it to make some money and really to progress in your career, or are you doing it to stay local and be in the city or to make a point to whoever you're talking to because it's not profitable. I got into a lot of disagreements and back and forth back then when I was telling people like the way to go was the shake that scene because I'm watching these little guys make music, not little guys, but you know what I'm saying, like to me like they're younger, so it's like that age group make music and they're touring. They're going to.
If you making music, you can't perform. Then nobody's never gonna invest in you.
It's never going to happen.
Nobody never gonna.
So
you gonna have to invest in yourself.
What point are we doing this for? Like, is it to make a point to the people you talking to, or is it to make a point?
I mean, even I had to learn that the hard way. It's like, bro, when you talk to real music industry people that deal with money, checks and balances, that got to do with budgets and shit like that, they will hurt your feelings. Like you could go in the studio with me and you be like, yo, my grandma died. I want to make a heartfelt song dedicated to my grandma, and I want to drop this as my single. And you gonna do in there, you gonna get the best producer. You gonna go in there and pour your heart out, cry your tears, and you gonna go in the office and they gonna tell you we can't make no money off this shit, Tom. Tell me you had to pay this producer. You went and got Mike, the producer. He charged $50,000 a beat. You done went to Big Time Studios over here. They charge $1,500 an hour. So altogether, we done spent about $250,000 to get this song mixed and mastered off the floor. And you talk, how are we gonna sell this?
How we gonna make?
We gonna put your grandma on a shirt and make our money back? Like how we gonna recoup this? How we gonna market this? Like they would rather you probably make a song about cheesesteaks before you make a song about your grandma.
At least we could try.
Because like when we had that conversation about the Young Miami shit, it's all about people like underestimate marketing. Like a lot of people go out here, we buy these purple cups or the sneaks you wear, the soap you wash up with, and we think that we chose that shit. We didn't choose none of this shit. Somebody marketed it to us. They placed it in a way where they put it next to something that we thought was cool. It got our attention. We was willing to try it, and then eventually we decided, oh, we like this. But marketing is the key to everything. So if you got the right people behind you that know how to market shit, you can make people like shit that they hate, which we see every day, especially with the internet, because it's more people out there that they make decisions with no thought. So if you can find enough of those people to support you, then you can make a living.
Green. I always say, People don't know what they like until you show them.
Exactly.
They don't know.
It's people that like nice shit, and then it's people that have acquired taste for shit that happens to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference. You could like nice shit and know nice shit, but people that like have a different level of taste, like their taste level is different. They don't just buy tables because they nice. They buy tables because they mahogany. They buy this because of
Exactly.
you feel me. They got art because it's Damian Hirst. They got these like it's intention behind the nice things that they acquire or the nice things that they do.
I said all that to say I want y'all to take yourselves more seriously because we won't if you not.
Facts.
And that's my whole point. Please take yourself more seriously. When you go in there, have something thought out, have something laid out, have an idea, have an ideology, what you want to do with yourself. Because if you go in there and you wasting money, you wasting time, you wasting a bunch of things I'm not going to say because I want to be mindful here and I don't want to piss nobody off. But I'm being so serious because too much of the time I'm seeing people just have the potential but are just still stuck in this is the way to go and it's not the way to fucking go.
See, I gave myself every chance to make it because I invested it all. I approached it the way the big leagues approach it. You feel me? I went after it the way you supposed to go after it. I get frustrated when niggas be saying like they want this shit, and then they don't do nothing that
show you want it.
That show you want it. Like they don't invest in themselves, they don't travel, they don't build relationships, they don't see what the standards are. It's like, bro, at some point you gotta start looking at this shit like how the professionals do it. Like eventually you could be a 12-year-old nigga and say I want to go to the NBA and that's cool. But eventually you gonna start having to see what the NBA workouts are, what type of workouts niggas did to make it to the NBA to get there, or unless you just pissing in the wind.
I'm gonna be real. My first time where I really felt like I'm gonna take it back. I always speak to my man Fendi. I always speak to my first time really, really being around him. And I never forget one time we was at, I forgot where we was at. I think it was like Me in America. My first time really feeling like he invited me to come through. Like I'm gonna be with kids, I'm gonna be with fam, I'm gonna be with, and I was like, excuse me, cool, I'm coming. And I get there, and I'm such a fan of these people who I grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? Do this thing at a high level, and I'm fans of you guys. And when I got there, we walking backstage to, I think Fab had to do something on like the court or something like that. It's like Me in America, like 2016, 2017. And we walk in there and I put my phone out, right? And I'll never forget, I put my phone out. But I'm recording it, not recording them, but I'm recording myself walking there. And Finny tapped me. He like, yo, you ain't got to do that. You with us, like, you, like, view yourself like you one of us now. Like, put yourself on that pedestal that you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to do that no more. And for me, that was so eye-opening. I'm like, damn, this shit is like a little corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really like.
But it's not corny.
It's
just like it's distasteful. It's distasteful because it's like act like you been here before.
Exactly.
And it's like even if you haven't, it's like that's how you stay there.
You here.
Yeah, you stay there by acting like you belong. And it's like that's kind of how I knew. Like I knew I belonged because it was
we got those same. We got
it's like
we could call back.
The rooms I've been in, the places I've been invited. It's like I know I belong. That shit don't faze me. I know I've been there. I only see like the room don't matter to me. I belong in a room when I become as accomplished as the people in the room. Just being in the room ain't enough.
Exactly. And I always knew I belonged in those rooms. So me getting there for me was like, told y'all nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a told y'all than it was like a look y'all, I'm here. I never been that type of nigga. Let's just clear that up for real. But it was like, yeah, I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? That I'm here with the people I grew up looking up to, you know what I'm saying? But he like, yo, you ain't gotta do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you here now. Like, so to sum that all up, for me and Bang, it's more so just like be intentional. Like seriously, be intentional. Figure out why you doing this shit and what are you doing it for? Because if it's just you like making music with your homies and you just want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't really see life outside of your neighborhood and your block, wherever the case may be. Cool. No argument from time. But if you want to do something more than that, start putting thought into this shit. Like, start really, really being serious about it. And that's really all I got for y'all.
Learn a business. But if you not trying to learn a business and you want to just be an artist and you want to just focus on the music, then go get with people that learn the business.
Right.
But you can't be hard-headed and alone. You can't have it both ways.
Right. And
Can't have it both ways, man. You got to get your act together. You got to want this shit.
so I mean, this for me, this was a good guide pod. I feel like we don't get to do this when MJ's around. I feel like we gotta
Behave.
talk about Diddy sex tape and
And
talk about
she been quiet ever since she seen Daphne Joy acting buck wild. She
MJ.
running wild on the interviews.
Still, to see MJ would have been in here,
Sister Soldier.
like, and we respect it. Listen, we respect it, but we just be having a point too sometimes. That's all. That's
You
all.
gotta let them. She just wants to be free.
Like
free.
free. But no, shout out to MJ though. I feel like this was good. This was good for me and Bane to get out. This is some things I want to talk about. I feel like I know with me and you here, we can kind of address it more. So, than having to drag. them
Just
along.
you fuck niggas, we on the way, nigga. We got this podcast shit and a motherfucking chokehold, and we dare y'all niggas to get out the way, or we gonna push y'all out the way, cause we tired of y'all niggas. Y'all on some gatekeeping shit, and we here to motherfucking stay. And
Now, when that's clipped, don't call my phone.
don't
I
call
didn't
me
say it.
either, nigga, cause when I get rich, I'm turning into Varnell Hill, and I'm telling you niggas the address to nowhere to meet me at.
You know what I'm saying? And we outside. Listen, man, shout out to you if you've been watching, if you've been streaming, if you've been keeping up. I appreciate every single one of you, as do Bang. He's going to co-sign that. We appreciate y'all. Please keep subscribing.
Like, subscribe, so I can hit y'all with the, hey guys.
We here. Keep following.
We here.
YouTube, Instagram, everywhere you want to follow us. Keep up the tab with us, with Bang, with me, with MJ, with the whole production team. I want y'all to know everybody, because for me, how I sell this podcast to y'all is I'm not actually selling it. I want y'all to be a part of the journey. I want y'all to feel like y'all are here. Y'all are helping prompt and promote whatever we got going on here. And that's always been me. And I never want to leave that part behind. So I definitely appreciate every single one of your views, whether it be 10, whether it be 50, whether it be 100, whether it be 500. Every single person that tuned in, took time to watch, view, comment, like. I appreciate all of y'all.
Yeah, and I'm about to start doing TikTok, so y'all better watch them.
I want to co-sign that, but I check back on me next week. This is Tapped In with Time Flies, and we out here. Check us out next week. We'll be back with somebody else on the couch with us. But yeah, stay tapped in.
Yeah. You are now tapped in with Time Flies. Don't touch that dial, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. It's the part where the game shift. I was raised on the same strip. Down Broad Street, you know that I can't switch. Lock in, cause it's game 6. It's time flies. I know what the game is.